Today we're making shepherd's pie, and this dish clocks in at 767 calories per portion, 49 grams of carbs, 40 grams of proteins and 46 grams of fat. And to start off, we want to boil some potatoes, and we want to boil 1000 grams of potatoes just to get that going. And we're also going to be adding 1000 grams of ground lamb. As always, 0-calorie cooking spray, and we're going to get our lamb in there, and the lamb has 20% fat. And for our filling later on, we're going to need 1 chopped onion. So we're just going to chop that. We don't need to chop it fine or anything. Just roughly chop 1 onion. Then we're going to cut 2 carrots, and we're going to try to keep them roughly the same size as our onion. Once our potatoes are boiling, we're going to add some salt to them. And finally, we're going to take 2 pieces of celery and chop them up as well. And as with the carrots, we're going to try to keep them the same size as the onions. Meanwhile, our lamb is frying away. To our lamb, we're going to start off by adding 2 teaspoons of salt, which 1 teaspoon per 500 grams of beef usually is a good foundation. And once all of our celery is chopped, we're also going to get 5 cloves of garlic. And then we're going to add some pepper to our ground lamb and put our oven at 225 degrees. And later on we're going to need 25 grams of flour and 50 grams of Worcestershire sauce. Once we got some nice browning on our lamb, we're ready to add our vegetables. So, add our vegetables, and we're gonna fry them for a while until they're soft as well. And to that, we're gonna add some more salt. About now, our potatoes are done as well. And that means that we're just gonna pour the water off and use a potato press to get them as smooth as possible. Once our vegetables are basically done, we're going to crush our garlic and fry that for roughly 2 minutes as well. Then we're going to add 2 deciliters of white wine. For our mashed potatoes, we're going to need 50 grams of butter. And 50 grams of Parmesan cheese as well. Then we're going to add our Worcestershire sauce and also 2 tablespoons of beef fond. Here we also should add 50 grams of tomato puree, but I forgot. So I'm going to add it later, but I suggest to do it here because it's good if that fries for a while as well. And as you can see, now we have a lot of liquid, so we want to reduce that liquid, and we want to reduce it by a lot because we want this fairly dry, because that means that we're going to get nice crispy bits of the bottom of our pan later on as well. So then we're just going to grate our 50 grams of Parmesan cheese into our mashed potatoes or pressed potatoes and add 3 egg yolks as well. And finally, just mix everything together. Once this is almost dry, we're just gonna add our frozen peas, and that's 130 grams. and stir that in. And here I realized I forgot the tomato puree, so 50 grams of that, and just stir that in and let that fry for a while. Then we're gonna put that in a pan that's safe for oven use and just spread everything out, and then add our mashed potatoes. And you can use a piping bag or something here. I think it's just easier to use large chunks and it's so much faster. If you care a lot about how it looks, a piping bag is probably a simpler way to go. Otherwise, if you stir up some of that sauce, it might your mashed potatoes might turn a bit red, as you can see. And then just use a fork and drag it across your mashed potatoes in order to create some surface roughness that's gonna also help with browning our potatoes. So into the oven it goes. It takes roughly half an hour to 40 minutes. And this is the result. If you want to keep it in longer and let it brown a bit more, that's up to you. I think this is a very nice dish. For me there's no good way of plating this, so I didn't even try to get any fancy photos of this. But it's a nice dish and I think it's delicious, and I hope you try it, and if you do, I hope you enjoy. Thanks for watching.